Hello everyone, welcome to AlphaWisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria, and this is number 152. There will be a 153 because there's a lot to be said and I don't like running over too much over 10 minutes. So there will be another video following this one, and they will be posted at the same time, back to back. So there's no wait for them, okay? And today we're talking about the headline being joined to the heart line. The next video will talk about signs on the line that are very important. Okay, so what's going on with the headline joining the heart line? Sometimes these two lines join completely into a single line, and that single line is called a Simian line. Now, we've talked about this before. I introduced it in an earlier video, but this time we're going to learn a little more about the Simian line. And as a reminder, or for the first time, this is what it looks like. Okay, I think we can all see that. All right, here we have the same person, and we have a left hand and we have a right hand. That's not common. When we see it, we usually see it in one hand, all right? But it can be in the other hand too. Okay, Simian line, joining of the head and heart line. I have written above, low set. That'll become clearer as we move on. So let's leave this one. Another thing, just before we leave it, you'll notice the line is well defined. All of them are well defined. You don't have to wonder, is that a line? Is it clear? No, they're just that clear. Okay? All right. So let's leave this one. Now, let's see what's going on. I have an illustration here, and it says, head dominates. That, of course, is the headline. Underneath, heart. This is one line. Within that one line are two lines or two meanings. Head, thinking, mental capacity. Heart, feelings, emotions. All right? Low, line is low. Low means it's about right here, very close to where the headline begins. Remember, headline always starts over here. Called Simian Line, spelled with I's. Simian Line, head and heart lines join. And of course, this is the lifeline, just as a reminder. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Here, the line is high. Heart dominates the head, because this is closer to where the heart line usually forms. Okay? Now, so as to make it clearer, let's look at both of these side by side. All right? So you can see, headline dominates. That means whatever the person does, the head makes the decision. The thinking process makes the decision. If this is the person, if a decision has to be made, feelings and emotions will dominate the thinking process. That's the difference. It's one or the other. They're both Simian lines. They have the same name, but it's just how you could tell which one is dominating. Okay, let's go on. This is a sign of an intense personality. One of the lines is subverted to the other. Usually it's the feelings of the heart line subverting into the headline, but it can be the reverse. Now, the examples I have for you represent primarily the headline. There may be one or two that's a little close, okay? But anyway, heart-dominated Simian lines are higher up the palm than head-dominated ones. That's what we just talked about. Now, here's an example. Now, it appears to be maybe high set, But in one of the lessons last week on the lifeline can sit up high. And this is the lifeline. Okay? So that's why you get that feeling automatically. Oh, that must be the heart line. It could be because it's close. It's a close decision. Usually we start our lifeline about right in here. Okay? And the headline is just above it. So that's why I say it's a little touch and go. This can be thought of as a heart line. Okay? But if in doubt, just follow the emotions of the person. But I would say it's more head than heart. But you may see one like that. Let's move on. Simian Line people are like a repressed, silently raging storm. Thought and feeling are the same. They are synonymous. They put all their feelings and ideas into their goals in a relentless, single manner. This can lead to great achievements, and absolute dedication is necessary. We find professional athletes, actors, world leaders, intellectuals, meticulous researchers, and self-made business magnates. So they go all out, put so much energy in to make sure it's right. Not just right, almost perfectly right. And in scouring the photos, I want to mention two famous people, and I don't mention them unless I could see it myself in their hands, and I did. And one is a famous actor, Robert De Niro, and the other one is a former leader or in the UK, Tony Blair. I think you might have heard of him. He's not the leader anymore there. But as far as Peter De Niro is concerned, sorry, not Peter, my mistake. Robert De Niro, famous actor, many awards, Academy Awards. He's just a great actor. You enjoy all of his movies. I mean, he just puts so much of himself in that. And probably with the help of the Simian Line. I don't know, but he gets it done. Now, in looking at this, I don't want you to focus too much on the thumb. If you've been watching videos, your focusing has expanded and you start to notice everything. This is just a large hand with a larger thumb. But just because there is a Simian line, that doesn't automatically mean that this is, you can expect to see a large thumb. Okay, so with this one, it's more, I'd say, high set, because even though it's close here, it just starts very high up. So here's our example of a high set. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, now with this one, you can look at it and don't get caught up in the fingers. Yes, long fingers. That's just the person. Okay, and we have this line. That is the Simian line. There are a lot of lines going here. That's not, well, anyway, that's more like a fade line. Okay, now this one seems to be low set, and then again, there's a question of, could it be high set? I'd say low set, because it's very close to the normal spot of where the lifeline starts. It's low set. Okay, as the head and heart lines are running together, they tend to be emotionally and psychologically closed people. It's not comfortable. They're not comfortable in social experiences with people. They tend to be more solitary, highly respect with one-track minds. They tend to focus on just one thing. So you get that expression of or interpretation of one-track mind. They're not frivolous and do not jump from one subject to another. They tend to stay with that subject until they have mastered it thoroughly. They find it difficult to relax and are often unconcerned about their appearance. They're not into keeping up with this one because the trend says you should dress this way. No, they are their own people. Simian Line people tend to get stuck in patterns, never letting go of their novel idea, business plan, grudge against an employer, family commitments, or ex-partner. Once in a relationship, they rarely let go of it. There is always some extremism of thought, feeling, or deed present with them. Now, on the upside, a Simian Line can give an otherwise great potential through sheer relentlessness. They don't let it go. They just stay with it until they're thoroughly satisfied. When you have that emotion, including the mental capacity, joined together, working, you're bound to have success. And that's our last one. Okay, I hope you understood this lesson, and give a thumbs up if you did, and share as well as subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and stay safe until next time. And don't forget, there's a video following this one that's already posted. Be happy. Love and light.